So this is the soil food web. Bunch of chains, little guy eats the bigger guy. These chains are in the soil. Some of these guys on the chain look up and they can connect the chains by eating something on a different chain. They all get connected into what's known as the soil food web. What people don't realize is that 50 to 60% of the sun's energy goes into that plant and is used not to produce the cannabis flower or the leaf or the stem. It's producing exudates, sweat, carbons that drip out of the roots into the soil to attract bacteria and fungi that need the carbon that's in these exudates. It's the sunlight that allows the plant to make these things. And once they are in the soil, they attract the bacteria and the fungi, who in turn attract protozoa, paramecium and amoeba, which you studied in high school, and nematodes, which are a true worm. You're coated with them. If you disappeared, your shapes would still be here today because of all these worms that are on your body. They eat the bacteria and fungi, poop out the excess that you don't need right there next to the root, and it contains plant-usable nutrients. Let me show you how it works. So here you go. We got a bunch of plants sitting around a pool. One of them says, I want French. One of them says, Mexican. You can read as well as I can. Okay, so the biggest one wins, and what happens? Well, there's different kinds of plants. Sorry, go ahead, another one. What happens, but look at this, even more plants. All plants do the same exact thing. And so what happens is these are the roots. Let's turn them upside down. Okay, so now they're upside down. The plant produces an exudate, puts the exudate out into the soil, and the next thing you know, it attracts bacteria and fungi. Hit it. Simple as that. The bacteria and fungi are attracted to those exudates, and if the plant wanted to have a different kind of exudate, a different kind of food, if it needed something else, it would change the exudate that's made using the sunlight. Next slide. It produces these exudates, and these exudates create vitamins and all sorts of antibiotics and whatnot to keep things in check. So they're very, very important, and they create soil structure as well. All of this starts with the sunlight making these exudates inside the plant. And they have some very special things that they attract in terms of fungi, including the mycorrhizal fungi, which 96% of all plants associate with. You've probably never heard of them, but if you don't have a mycorrhizal associate, then you die. 96% of all plants, cannabis is included. Rhizophagus interacetes is a fungi that the plant must have. And if you don't have these guys in the soil, attracted by the sunlight made exudates, then you're missing out, if you don't have bacteria and fungi, on the fertilizer, because that's where it comes from. And if you're missing out on the nematodes and the protozoa, you're missing out on the fertilizer spreaders, because those are what recycle and cycle all of the nutrients in the plants. This is how all plants operate. And if you use Miracle-Gro, you kill the bottom of the soil food web, and then you have to take its place. But the key point here is that you must have the best sunlight possible for your plant to operate the most efficiently. If you're using LEDs that don't have a green spectrum, because they don't, then you're not giving the plant all of the tools it needs to operate effectively. So, it's a three-legged stool: genetics, soil, what was the other one?
Sunlight.
Sun may be the most important one because it stimulates the other ones.